Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for April 1st to the 12th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it. And we're going to the 12th because I want to loop in this full moon in Libra for you. It's going to be a big one. I do want to personally welcome you to the new era. We're here. The Great Reset, the Golden Age, Great Awakening, Age of Wisdom, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. We're here, okay? Big paradigm shift, especially for you when you think about your April forecast. Oh, wow, that I can't believe that happened. But yeah, the sun is exalted in Aries, right? Where it does its best. So we're still in Aries season. You're getting that great energy. Remember what all of that Aries energy represents. And don't forget that everything that happened in March, at the end of March, right? That once in a lifetime, just those conjunctions at that 0 degree Aries point, insane, spilling over into the first half of April. To be honest, like April, even May, I mean, really big. It was it was with the new moon solar eclipse that happened in Aries. Okay, so you're going to feel that because it happened at the end of March, all of April. I mean, it's a 6-month cycle, but you're going to feel it really strongly with the first 2 weeks, which is pretty much now. It's a 19-year cycle, but listen, Neptune in Aries as well. You're feeling that for the first time, right? So that's really big. That's happening until 2038. So I'll leave a link in the description box to that video, the end of March, if you need to go back to it. It was chock full of information. And because I just did your April forecast last week, again, bonkers. It was like an hour, over an hour. Feel free to go back to that as well, because there's a lot of stuff here that is happening that I'm going to skip over. I'm just going to just kind of graze, right? I told you to take notes of that one because there's so many things here that are happening that are, to be honest, a lot. They're going to have just as much impact on you as well. Okay. I mean, I'll give you little reminders for some of these key aspects that we did talk about. But anyway, I want you to know that the planets have come out really hard to play. All right. You see that here. You see it on the whiteboard, even some stuff I didn't have time, or not time, but room on the whiteboard. They came out to play pretty hard. All right. So just keep that in mind. Your ruling planet, Mars, as you know, has been under a spell since September, right? Now he's starting to gain a little bit more speed. He's waking up, right? He's the warrior god, as you know. All right. So he may be, flipping over some tables, for the next 2 weeks. Most of it actually is because you told him to. But remember, stay frosty, be cool. It's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I only bring up Mars, to be honest, because he is Aries ruler, but there's a lot happening for you, okay? Also, remember Venus and Mercury still retrograde, okay? But they're going to be going direct, and we'll talk about that. And the other thing is we have some brand new amazing aspects that are happening that you've never seen, all right? Well, some of y'all have never seen. Saturn sextile Uranus, for instance. It's been 30 years, right, since 1997. That's big. That's big. We have Neptune sextiling Pluto, your modern ruler, right? Pluto's in Aquarius. Neptune now in Aries, so they're sextiling, right? That hasn't happened in 250 years. That we'll talk more about next week, maybe even May. You're going to feel it strongly, and it's starting in May, okay? But just keep that in mind, okay? And that's just fiery. That's air and fire, right? That's Neptune and Aries, fire sign. Pluto and Aquarius, air sign. That's a huge vibe shift that you're going to start feeling this year. And I want to remind you that sextiles are positive. They're harmonious. They're potentials. They're windows of opportunity for what you put effort in, right? What you take action for. And again, big. This is a time, honestly, all about decisions, commitments, brand new beginnings, life changes, and your destiny, your purpose. The North Node is going to be activated AF, all right? And as you know, your North Node, out of all the signs, the North Node for you, Scorpio, is in your 5th house. And that is the house of joy and pleasure and children, family, self-expression, creativity, true love, romance. You're good. All right, now, kicking it off, April 1st, we didn't talk about this, or I mentioned it for a few signs. Venus is conjuncting the North Node. Now, you're going to feel this up until about the 7th. Yeah. Venus and the North Node, they had like a little brief kiss back on February 1st. Think about what happened around that time. All right. Literally 2 months ago. Now they're reuniting. All right. Pun intended, because Venus is retrograde, bringing up things from the past. Very poetic, by the way, right? Venus being retrograde, conjuncting the North Node, and you're in Pisces in your 5th house of true love and romance and creativity, procreation, by the way. A lot of y'all having kids, all of that. But so anyway, something's coming back. Venus does really well in Pisces. Venus is exalted here, but remember, retrograde. So this is something big, okay? This is huge, because the North Node, Rahu, right? That's your mission statement. That's why you're here on Earth, your purpose, your destiny, all right? So who or what is coming back around for you? What do you want to come back for you? And it doesn't have to be a physical. It can be something that you've desired, right? With love, with relationships, with money. There could be a female figure involved here as part of your destiny as well. But anyway, there's just going to be something really big around this time, because we're going to have it again when Venus is direct in 2 weeks. Okay? Yeah. So we'll talk about that, but just know you're on your path. Okay? And Venus, remember, is heart. Mercury is mind, right? So I'm bringing that up because they're both really active. Now, Venus is also very social, and Mercury is right here. Mercury and Saturn are tight, right? With the North Node and Venus. So that brings in that element of not only reassessing things and, nostalgic energy as well, but also, having reality checks. That's what reassessing, processing, people from your past coming back, but also ideas that you had, maybe something that you're working on around the beginning of February. Saturn at this point, and he's going to be doing it for these 2 weeks. He's going to be asking you, are you sure? Is this what you want? Remember what I said, Scorpio. It's all about commitments, okay? Venus is and the North Node is big. All right. So again, April 23rd is when Venus is direct. That's when it's more like, okay, now I know. Now I'm ready to move forward. Venus will conjunct Saturn at that time. Remember, that's also, we'll talk about that. You see that's happening this week as well. But Venus and Saturn, just they're serious now, all right? And that's going to be an emotional time because they're going to be conjuncting the moon, Mercury, Sirius, all of that, all right? Trining Juno, it's big. By the way, April 3rd, not even on the whiteboard, Mercury will conjunct the North Node. I mean, this is when they perfect, right? 27 degrees. This is big. All right. So Venus and the North Node, Mercury is North Node. Yeah, they've been conjunct. They've been tight for some time, but this is it. So consider it a package deal. Venus and Mercury conjuncting the North Node. Very powerful. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, your sister, your husband, your business partner, whoever it is, mutable signs, that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. We'll feel this the most, as well as Taurus and Libra. Now, if you know your birth chart, if you have any planets between 25 to 29 degrees in any of the mutable signs that I just mentioned, it does not matter which one. You got to look at the angular aspects here. You will feel it more than anybody. All right. So now to the most insane weekend of the year of 2025. Okay. First, these three aspects that are happening on Friday. As you know, I told you this last week, you're going to feel them as soon as the month begins. Okay. And then you're going to feel them up until about the 10th to the 12th. Okay. But this is the money shot, April 4th. All right. So again, go to your last week's reading. I'm just going to quickly go through them. Because that's where the meat is. I talk more like 15, 20 minutes about this entire weekend, actually. Now, Friday, the first one, Saturn, 6 on Uranus. I told you we haven't seen this since 1997. This is actually really, really majorly, incredibly big for you, Scorpio. This is when, your life is already changing. This is going to fast track you, all right? Because you've got... Remember what I said, Saturn and Pisces in your 5th house with the North Node, right? And Venus. all about love, joy, pleasure, creativity, children, things like that, right? Sextile Uranus and Taurus, your opposite sign, therefore your area of partnerships, relationships, marriage. It can be career-related relationships, like a publicist or accountant, just one-on-one here. Yeah, legal matters as well. All right, so Uranus is all about progress, breakthroughs, freedom, and breakthroughs and surprises. Wake up call, big wake up call. This is all about your long-term goals and stability, right? With Saturn here, okay? And especially with the actions that you take, you see Mars is in the picture as well. So, because they are slow-moving planets, with this aspect in particular, yes, you're going to feel it the first 2 weeks. The really big punch of it, they're slow-moving planets. You're going to pretty much feel it up until August. And Scorpio, I will let you know now, just to give you a little bit of a big preview. August just happens to be one of the best months of all of 2025. We have another aspect that we have not seen since 1965. But a lot of other stuff that's happening. In fact, for you, like through the roof. Okay, there is some stuff happening for you. I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be big for them. A lot of y'all getting married, by the way. So now you see Mars sextile or new, like starting business with a new partner, things like that. Mars sextile Uranus. This is another big one. Mars is your ruler, like I said. Sextile Uranus. Your area of partnerships, relationships, legal matters, like I said. Okay, so that's huge. Okay, again, it can be like a wedding planner, just one-on-one, just like one-on-one. All right, but this is enormous. I actually want you, Scorpio, I want you to think about, what happened around January 20th for you, all right? And just for you. I'm just going to bring this up for you and another sign. Because we had it then. Remember, we're getting it twice this year. This is the second time. And it happened at the same time that the sun conjuncted Pluto. And so that's a new cycle already in itself in terms of the foundations of your life, home, family, love, significant other, children. Y'all want kids? Y'all were thinking about it. A lot of y'all, or grandkids. Real estate matters, property matters, all of that. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's a big thing here for y'all. All right, so again, this is very exciting. You're going to feel motivated, breaking free from, what you need to. All right, there's definitely going to be something here with home and finances, but this is one of the top aspects ever. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, there's hundreds of aspects. But wait until I get to the whoa one. All right, so now you got Mars trine Saturn. As you know, this is again just building that stability, right, with the actions that you take in all three of these aspects. 25 degrees, the Aries degree point, that's a go-getter, like leadership energy. All right, so just enormous. All right, enormous. Now, here's the other thing, and all signs are going to feel this, all right? It hits every modality. Now, Sunday, April 6th, okay? Now we got the luckiest day of April, all right? Now we have the luckiest weekend of not only the month, but of all of 2025. Yeah, you bet I checked. Like, it is the luckiest weekend. Take advantage of it, all right? Listen, I did say Saturday, Sunday, okay, because it's happening so like 2 in the morning. So just know that the hot spot is Saturday, Sunday, okay? So, and everyone's going to be asleep when they perfect, when Sun sextiles Jupiter, okay? And that is the luckiest aspect, all right? So therefore making this the luckiest day, luckiest weekend. Now, the Sun sextile Jupiter is one of the top 5 best aspects, like easily the top 3 luckiest aspects. Okay, it's Jupiter, right, with the sun. And so please take advantage. Please, Jupiter, the planet of luck, good fortune, profit, abundance, wisdom. Okay, sex like the sun. And so what is happening here? You've got Jupiter and Gemini in your 8th house. So that's like next level partnerships, relationships. Like, this is deep. You would know, Scorpio, you rule the 8th house. You're the native ruler. And so when I say deep, this is deep. Y'all are passionate. This is deep passion. This is, right? So, again, that's, activated for y'all. Jupiter bringing you expansion, luck, growth, all of that here, as well as, just this new you. All right. And money matters. 8th house is wealth. It's money. It's money. It's not the money you make. It's shared resources. So it would be like bonuses, investments that you may receive if you want to launch a business, inheritance, just money. Just think money, right? Joint bank accounts, maybe merging bank accounts with someone. Now, it's sex like the sun, okay? So that leadership energy with the sun in Aries exalted, but that's your 6th house of everyday activities. Yeah, so big. Your routines, the 6th house is your lifestyle. The 6th house is health matters as well. So that's great. Amazing, okay? It's also work, like your responsibilities, duties when it comes to work as well, colleagues, employees, things like LLC stuff, things like that. All right. But just know, again, these sextiles brings you huge, enormous opportunities, and you are going to feel this days before, days after. So just get ready. That was really nice. And then we will, we will have it again. One more time in August. Remember, I said August it's just bonkers for you. And June, by the way, if this is the luckiest weekend, what's the luckiest month? It's June. Okay. Now, and that's all because of Jupiter, right? The king of the gods. He's bringing you blessings, but remember, your blessings depend on the actions you take. Remember, you're on a karmic journey. It's karma, right? Jupiter, karma, right? So, and all of this is, there's just so much happening for you. I want you to take action. Okay. I don't want you to stare at, soil the whole entire weekend, seeing if something grows, but do plant seeds. Okay. Now, there is going to be another day that we'll talk about in the second spread, the second luckiest day that happens to be of the month is this time frame. Now you got Venus trine Mars, 25 degrees. Remember, it's such that 25 degree point is strong, right? So Venus trine Mars, you're going to feel up until about the 11th, 12th. This is big. I mean, this is very emotionally moving. This is very nostalgic energy for you as well. It's sweet. It's romantic. It has to do with money and finances and relationships for you. Okay. Creativity as well. Luxuries, especially from the past. Remember, Venus is retrograde. Okay. So there could be some things coming up, but it's happening at the same time that, the planet of luck and, good fortune is activated with an exalted sun. We have 2 exaltations, and with the 2 benefics, Venus and Jupiter activated. Come on. And remember, Mars is in Cancer. That's your 9th house. Beautiful. That's spirituality. That's your belief system. That's self-belief. That's inner wisdom. You're becoming wise. There are things that you are just becoming more, of a leader as well. Okay. Remember, Cancer is a cardinal sign. And so it's also travel. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all are traveling, taking long distance trips, maybe winning free trips. Remember, with Jupiter involved here as well. Education. Some of y'all are learning something new, going back to school, finishing up something. You're going to be stimulated to, all right, to learn something new. 9th house is also higher mind. It's just very intuitive energy as well. And it is publishing and broadcasting. Okay. Now, Venus is very social. Jupiter in Gemini, very, very social. What does that mean? Be social. Okay. Plant those seeds for growth. All right. Now, the sun, by the way, again, just really, the sun is your life force, your drive, your willpower, all of that. It's in the most powerful spot of the year. And so I just really, really feel that drive. Okay. Let it be known who you are, why you're here, what you deserve. Okay. What you want. All right. Be social, network, just be present. This you never know what doors can open up for you. I always tell you that. Okay. Now, all right. So, oh, and by the way, well, let me just see. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be especially true for y'all. Venus, as we know, love, fertility, all of that, trining the moon, by the way, on this day. And the moon is a ruler of Cancer, by the way, and the moon will be in Cancer, fertility, family, children, like home, right? Emotions. Venus trining the moon and Mars, therefore Mars is conjuncting the moon, right? You got Venus trining Mars, and they're all sextiling Uranus in your 7th house of, partnerships, marriage, things like that. Anyway, remember all this, North Node in Pisces, everything, 4 planets in Pisces. Venus activated in Pisces. Yeah. This is like baby maker energy, and it is in your 5th house of, what did I say, procreation. So a lot of y'all really may think about that, okay? Or again, like grandkids or things like that, all right? But just create. Now, signs who are going to feel all of this, air signs and fire signs. And with the Jupiter, yes, they'll feel that the most. So that would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. The water signs, that would be you, Cancer and Pisces, you're going to feel Venus trine Mars the most. But again, everybody is going to feel this. Now, April 5th, I didn't tell you this last week, okay, in your monthly forecast. Now you got Mars trine Mercury. Like, what? Mars is not only sextiling Uranus, but now you got Mars. Okay, let me break this down. You got Mars trining Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and the North Node, and he's conjuncting the moon in Cancer. When I say this a big weekend, it's a big weekend. It's a big weekend. All right. Is it even in the whiteboard? It is. Okay. So that's Saturday. So I probably should have done that before I did Sunday. But anyway, Mercury is retrograde as I do your video. So things are being revealed to me while I've been doing videos. Anyway, this trine you're going to feel for a while. Yeah, definitely by the time we get to the full moon, you're still going to be feeling it. All right. And this day, why is this weekend even more just amplified is because of this, okay? And we have a grand trine. It's a mini grand trine, but we have the Mars and moon, in Cancer, Mercury and Venus in Pisces, right? And then you've got Juno, right, in Sagittarius. So it's a little we'll talk more about it in the second spread where we talk about the asteroids and the lunations, and, do more, some clarifies, but this is big. And the reason why I say this, Scorpio, is because Juno, as you know, I've talked about Juno, asteroid, planetoid goddess. She's all about contracts. She's all about legal matters. She's all about marriage. She's all about the power of balance in relationships. She is associated with Libra and, the 7th house of, partnerships and relationships. And so, whoa, this is big because she's going to be in the picture over the full moon too. But now you've got this mini grand trine in your 5th house of joy and pleasure, love, children, your 9th house, spirituality, everything I said earlier. And then Juno's in Sagittarius brings, the fiery element here in your 2nd house. Oh my goodness. That's big. 2nd house is money. It's finances, but it's also like self-worth, self-value, it's material possessions. There's big things happening for you. All right. So just remember Mercury trine Mars, kind of a big deal. Okay. It's rare. You need Mars to be retrograde to have this. And that only happens every 2 years. Remember, it's not happening until 2027. All right. So look at what happened for you. What conversations were you having around February 23rd? Okay. Around that time. You can go back to your forecast for that. Mercury with Mars, that's just sharp, assertive, big, ninja mind energy. Okay. It's like you took extra ginkgo biloba. All right. You're going to be possibly making some really big decisions around this time, maybe with work, your everyday activities. Mars is, can be like a laser, like a, spear as well. So I would not be surprised if there's something ending. Remember, there's a lot of endings as you have this new beginning. Okay, so remember what I said, be social. Mercury is a planet of communication, so contracts very likely somewhere in the picture here, or verbal agreements or mental agreements. Just be proactive. Okay, it's a strong aspect. The thing is, you've got both planets in their fall or detriment, so you sort of have to make things, like work here. But again, there may be something that's already been on your mind, and this is you're like, all right, I gotta just, right, or I gotta decide. Now, mutable signs and cardinal signs are gonna feel this the most, especially Cancer and Pisces. Okay, so now, let's see, on the, and you, and yeah, that covers it. Now, the water signs. Now, on the 7th, here we are. Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces, 25 degrees. Remember, this aspect, incredibly potent. What makes it incredibly potent is the fact that we're going to have it again on April 24th. That is not normal. Venus conjunct Saturn only happens once a year. We have it 3 times this year, but we have it twice in this month. And you are definitely going to feel this strongly because remember, it's with the North Node. It's with Mercury. It's all of that. Still, remember, I said everything from March spilling over. Yeah? All right? So just go back to that reading. Just think stability, structure, commitment, long-term goals, all here, okay? With love, relationships, and money, okay? The biggest thing. Even like refresh to traditions that you have, or maybe you're doing new traditions here, things that bring you pleasure. There really is this make it or break it moment with Venus conjunct Saturn, okay? There also could be some sort of authority figure here that's giving you like these reality checks from when that's what Saturn is. So just keep that in mind. But it honestly, when you look at everything happening for you, it does seem like it's you that's becoming this authority. Yeah. This bigger, okay? Now, and as always, use these aspects. Don't let them use you, all right? Venus conjunct Saturn is strong, and Venus is retrograde. Again, something from the past is very possible, or nostalgic, or something you were thinking about. But Saturn, you have to just work with him, okay? Because he'll start testing you, all right? And again, when Venus goes direct, I mean, that's when, okay? But that's in 2 weeks. So this is a good time to just start thinking about what you want to commit to. And I want you to know, how strong is this? Like, well, a lot of famous people, a lot of like royalty, emperors, they have had or have Venus conjunct Saturn in their birth charts. They were born with it. They had to, work with it their entire life. All right. Like they committed all the way. Okay. Like Peter Dinklage, Mariah Carey, The Weeknd, Bill Gates, they don't give up. They worked with Venus conjunct Saturn their entire life. All right. You only have to do it just for a month. All right. So again, here's the thing. Mutable signs, that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Again, will feel the most. Followed by Taurus, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay. But everyone's going to feel it. Now, not even on the whiteboard. I don't think. Let me just double check here. Didn't have room. All right. I get to tell you about something major, amazing happening for you. Venus is sextiling Uranus that same day. What? So I love this. There's that breakthrough energy. Breakthrough with love, relationships, money. All right. Sudden surprises, exciting. Here's the thing with this aspect, it's more about you breaking from routine. So I really want you to use this. Be very, very curious, new experiences. Okay. When I say curious, I want you to actually have a moment of like, I wonder what would happen if I did ... or you know what I mean? Like do something, shake things up. It's Uranus, right? The Great Awakener. So this is all in the name of pleasure and love and creativity, money. And again, maybe something really nostalgic. Like I wonder what ever happened to my ex that, I went to BU with, in the 90s, whatever it is. Like you'll find them on, on Instagram or something. And it turns out, they are the, an investor for the ice cream, empire you want to open, whatever it is, just know there's surprises here. Okay. The sun, at its exalted degree, by the way, again, nice. You got the moon in Leo. Love that. Love that. You're going to love that. All right. That's something here with career, by the way, for y'all, and fame. Now with this aspect, definitely, sexual energy. It's amped up. It's amplified. Okay. Whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, again, just do something different. It's a fun aspect. And it's, go shopping, it's Venus. Anyway, creativity, again, really big. So use this. We will have it again. All right. April 20th, when Venus is actually direct. Now, Mercury officially goes direct this day and no longer retrograde. I had to kind of squeeze that in the corner here. Anyway, that's great. I hope you're taking notes. And you can sign things. You can buy things, big things, electronics, no more delays. You have new perspective, forward momentum with your dreams, your long-term goals, your purpose, all of that, right? Mercury, Hermes, okay? Speed. He's happy. Now, also, think about what happened at the end of September, okay? 2024, the last 2 weeks. Something may come up from that time, all right? With things that bring you pleasure or joy, kids, having kids, creativity, creative projects, and love, true love, okay? Now, what else is happening? Oh yeah, and by the way, Mercury will conjunct the Saturn. And again, I talked about that in your last week's reading. But Mercury will conjunct Saturn. Again, I talked about that. So it's just saying, now let's be willing to commit to something, long-term plans, or at least have an idea. Remember, Saturn is going to be checking in on you a lot this month, or commit to not commit to something. Okay, remember, it's something that doesn't serve you well anymore. This is all about you. Okay. So remember, I said it's a big month of decisions. And you already, you may already be on that new trajectory. And so just anything that's kind of reached its point of fatigue or expiration date, it's just, let's make room for the new. All right. You are the captain of your ship. All right, Scorpio, you make those executive decision. So steer your destiny. All right. Now, Thursday, April 10th, speaking of destiny, this is big. Okay. So you got Mars. We got Mars with the nodes here, North Node, South Node. Okay. Rahu, Ketu. So Mars with the nodes of fate and destiny. So Mars is going to trine the North Node in Pisces. Remember, Mercury and Saturn are here too. And Mars is going to sextile the South Node in Virgo. Now, this is happening at 27 degrees. Here's the thing. The moon will be in Virgo at this point, right on the South Node and opposite Saturn. So it is kind of emotional, and you could feel at a little bit of a crossroads. Just know that this is your destiny. Again, your mission statement. What do you want? All right. Remember, Saturn will be, can be coming in hard, especially after that Venus, conjunction. So, Mars still in Cancer. All right. And this, remember, that's heightened emotions. It can be really sensitive, and Mars is going to be right. Now, here's the thing. There may be something here where it really is, you really have to focus on the South Node here. Okay. I do like the trine to the North Node. That's strong. It's sharp. It's great. Faded relationships, faded, things that bring you pleasure, joy, right? Children, very passionate energy. But the sextile to the South Node of the moon as well, opposite Saturn. So you have an opposition here, and Mars and Saturn, the two malefic planets, they have their hair gelled back, so all they want to flip, fruit trays. And Mars is a little bored at this point. He's like, get me, I'm still in Cancer, what? So here's the thing. There's likely, with the fact that the south node of the moon is literally conjuncting the Virgo moon, two things here. Pay attention to your health, okay? It's a Virgo moon, so Virgo rules health. All right, do yoga. Go for long walks by the city park, whatever you need to do. There is going to be something here where it does seem like there is going to be you're saying goodbye to a friendship or a group that you belong to. This is your 11th house. Virgo rules your 11th house, or a community, or just an ally. There, it just seems like, again, that may happen. Like we're because you're getting so busy in your 5th house, so you just may not be seeing your friends as much. Okay. But there just may be something here where it's like, okay, I'm also moving, therefore I no longer get to see my best friend anymore. Like things like that. Like, so just know Mars can be a little bear pokey. And it is a south node, so something's got to change anyway or go anyway. And it just may be a friendship where you're saying goodbye, that, again, maybe it's reached its expiration date. Maybe they've gone and moved to, Antarctica, whatever it is. And the 11th house is also your future hopes, your wishes, your dreams. So there could be something here where you wanted or you thought you wanted, and now you're just like, actually, no, I want this now, right? With all this strong energy in the North Node. Okay, and your 5th house of pleasure and joy. So you're adjusting and you're realizing what you truly, truly want. That kind of energy. All right. So now on the flip side, Uranus is a big hero here. I love what's happening. Huge harmonious relationship with the nodes and the Virgo moon. Just shake things up. That's Uranus, okay? Shake things up for your true purpose. There's, new opportunities that are going to come by, okay? Remember, you got to get rid of some things to open up for new things to come through. This could also be, with it on the moon. It could be emotional breakthrough too, but it's like very like, let's shake things up. Let's not overanalyze things because Moon and Virgo can do that. Virgo also rules the nervous system, so don't overthink things and don't all right. So just keep that in mind. But you will feel very productive. That's great. Now everyone's gonna feel this. Mutable signs. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and cardinal signs Cancer, Aries, Libra, Capricorn will feel it the most. But if you, Scorpio, if you have any planets between 24 to 29 degrees in any mutable sign, doesn't matter which one, you got to look at the angular aspects here, you will feel it the most. Okay. For instance, I have a Virgo moon, all right, at 28 degrees. It's so if you watch my live streams, you know what happened at the eclipse, Virgo, the lunar eclipse we had in Virgo at 24 degrees last month. That's the other thing. Something from that time may come up now. All right. And those eclipses last about, you feel it for about a month. So it's something that you were in the process of doing already, or do you know what I mean? All right. Now, okay. So, and now the last thing, April 12th, huge, the full moon in Libra, 23 degrees. This is huge. Okay. It's happening around 8:30 p.m. my time. That's New York City time, Eastern Standard Time. Let's talk about this. All right. You are going to feel this days before, days after. It's one of the strongest full moons of the year. It's, like I said, happening at 23 degrees. That is an Aquarius degree, okay? Like fixed energy. You're going to feel it, right? You're a fixed sign. But even still, what does that mean? This is all about freedom and revolution, your personal evolution, self-expression, okay? It is all about endings, all right? In partnerships, relationships, commitments, legal matters. That's what full moons are, right? Okay, endings, culminations, turning points. But then when you throw in the 23 degrees and the fact that Uranus is very active as well, Uranus being the ruler of Aquarius, and the 20 and linked to 23 degrees, there's some breakthrough here. So it's liberating. Okay, And yes, it may be divorce as well because it's, first of all, full moon in Libra, and then 23 degrees is just naturally linked to that, divorce. And it doesn't have to be marriage. It's like from your company, you're like, no longer want to work for this company. Or like, again, like maybe you have a publicist, like, it's not working, I got to find a new one. Do you know what I mean? Like, or bananas, I no longer like bananas. Whatever it is, there's just something here. It's just like, okay, Libra is justice. All right, remember that. So this is all about you, all in the service of good. Okay. Now, remember what I said about Juno, who is linked to Libra, linked to justice, relationships, partnerships, legal matters, contracts. Juno will be trining great harmonious flow here with Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, the North Node, and Neptune, freshly in Aries, like just a few days in. And Juno's trine to Neptune is the strongest Neptune aspect so far. All right, big. All right. And I don't know if I mentioned this in your forecast. I may have last week, but I'll just do it now. This full moon corresponds to the new moon ring of fire solar eclipse we had in Libra, October 2nd. So what were the intentions you were setting around that time? What was happening around that time? Just think of the entire month of October, because you feel it for about a month. Okay. So it was during your birthday season. And so this is ending a 6-month, cycle, but also it's ending the Aries Libra axis on that we've been on since July 2023. Big. All right. Now, Libra does rule your 12th house. So there's definitely something here that's a little bit more emotional, intuitive. The 12th house is very nebulous. It's the subconscious. Okay. And so there may be something here where you're going really, really deep. Okay. On a personal level, unrooting things. Okay. That's that divorce. Like it's gone. I don't want to bring this into, the rest of 2025. Okay. And the 12th house is also, here's the thing. It is, the lower expressions would be like, self-sabotage, right? And, facing fears that you have. The 12th house is also isolation. The 12th house is also, hidden enemies. So it is a full moon. Things can be revealed around this time. Endings, culmination, but it's also release. But reflect, right? Do that reflection. And remember, full moons are emotional, but it's part of your journey. And again, like I said, big month of decisions, commitments or not commitments, for new beginnings. The moon is intuition. Trust your intuition. Your 12th house. 12th house is intuition. All right. Just remember, Mars is going to be hitting hard here. All right. And the great thing is the sun will be conjuncting Chiron, who is the wounded healer, right? Our deepest wounds. So you can do some really profound healing because the sun is helping you. It's energized. This is going to be nice. Perfect time. You hear the church bells ring? So yes, do that healing because it is in your 12th house, which is healing. 12th house is healing. When was the last time you saw a Chiron Kazemi? Please use this. Please use this, Scorpio. All right. Okay. Now, the other thing is Jupiter will trine the moon. Very auspicious. Very, very auspicious. So love that. And so but that just means you're going to go really, really deep. Do it. Go out in nature. Go on spiritual retreat. Whatever you need to do. Okay. I would not be surprised if you're traveling, ending a trip, starting a trip. The North Node, Uranus, Venus, Mercury, all harmoniously activated. As I said last week, there's sudden opportunities here to make money, meet someone, hear good news, have those breakthroughs or breakups, right? Because it's all about your freedom, new opportunities, letting things in. There are legal matters here as well. It is a loaded full moon. There's someone female involved around this time as well. Okay. Remember, it's a very feminine. You got Venus activated. You got the moon activated. Libra is the woman with the scale, the Roman goddess of justice. And when I say legal matters, you see her, in courts and things like that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying there may be just something that's finally ending, or you're signing a house, whatever it is. All right. Now, same day, actually within the hour, and not on the whiteboard, but you saw it last week, Venus goes direct. So Venus who's been retro-altered in Pisces, moving, in Pisces at 25 degrees. This is a Venus-ruled full moon, okay? Venus is Libra's ruler. So now, with the fact that Mercury is direct as well, you've got so much clarity. Everything that you've been reassessing all of March, finally, you're just like, well, we're doing it. We're doing it. So who's going to feel this full moon the most? It will be cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Taurus. Okay. But everyone's going to feel it. Look at everything that's happening. Everything that's happening with all the other planets. So everything, Uranus, all the fixed signs you're going to feel this. Yeah, big time. So, and remember, Uranus and Taurus in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Big. So when I say partnerships, and then you got Jupiter and Gemini in your 8th house. So when I say partnerships, relationships, it's going to be a really big thing for you. Right now, it is. And if you have any planets, okay, in your chart, if you know your birth chart, in any cardinal sign, okay, it doesn't matter which one, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, or Libra, then yeah, you will, between 20 to 26 degrees, you will feel it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get started. All right. I think that's it. Scorpio. Let's see what we can expect for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. April 1st. Oh, wow. That just dropped out. All right. So, yeah, there's going to be... I'm going to put it back in. That's a wink from the universe. If it shows back up, then yes, that's the biggest sign. All right. That's your card. All right. The 5 of Cups, attributed to Mars and Scorpio. I told you Mars is going to be really strong this month. All right. Your ruler. So, this entire month. But I will still keep it in mind for your entire spread. Now, let's get started. Okay, let me just do this. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 1st to the 12th. All right, Scorpio, we got it. Let's do it. Scorpio, how are y'all doing? I do a traditional culture cross spread, offers the best overview. And especially for, if we need to pull clarifiers, that we will. Secondly, Scorpio, I love y'all. I love us Scorpios. Y'all, big time for y'all. Big time. Okay. You saw what happened with your April forecast. No, that just never happens. All right, let's get started. Okay. There you go. And it usually does. When you get a peekaboo like that, when a card flips out, it usually, when I put it back in, it usually does show up. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. There you go. Yeah, you're obviously going to be good. Mm-hmm. But there's going to be you're going to have to let some things go. Okay. A lot. But here's the good news. I'll tell you the good news. Okay, so you got the 3 of Swords. Now, 3 of Swords, you're moving into this month, or you're already doing it. You're already doing something, or there could have been something that had a really strong emotional impact on you that was a little bit, right? It went up here, though. Look, I'm going to show you something here. It's like the heartbreak card is what we call it, right? In layman's terms. But it's still a sword suit. It's up here. So there's likely something that you were going through that could have had an emotional impact. It could have been something where it made you feel a little like, right? As you move into the first, 12 days of April. But remember, so much was happening in March, right? We just never have seen a month like that. But, and when I say it's all up here, especially for you, because, the 3 of Swords is a Libra card. It's actually attributed to Saturn in Libra. Remember what I said. We have a full moon in Libra that is one of the strongest of the year, this full moon, and Libra rules your 12th house, all up here. Okay? So, this is all about mind over matter. I said it's the mental suite, right? So, mind over matter. It's all about your mindset. It's thinking in terms of, this happened, let me do that healing. Okay? Let me do that healing and move forward, because you have the 8 of Cups and the heart of your spread. This is He's moving forward. That's all he's doing. He's leaving the cups. Nothing's wrong with the cups. He's leaving them behind though, because he knows something's better. He knows something's better for him. Okay. So if you were, I don't know, let's say maybe, let go of a job, or maybe if there was something here that maybe, you were broken up with, whatever it is, you can't sit on that. You have to move forward. And this is going to be that game changer for you, because you clearly see an eclipse happening here. Yeah? He's right here in the card, which are game changers. Okay? And so let that light your path as you move forward through higher ground to higher ground. Okay? Knowing something is better for you on the other side. And you clearly see that is true. Okay? And so there's definitely something here. It's this big, like moving forward, big transition. Okay, now 5 of Cups showing up. 2 things here, actually, 2 messages coming through. One, yes, there's definitely, you got the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Okay, right in the heart of your spread. So there's definitely going to be something here where let's not dwell on the past. Let's move forward. Okay, I don't believe that's going to be hard for you. All right. So that always, sure, the card flipped out. So really pay attention. Okay. When it flipped out and now it shows up in your spread, really pay attention to what I'm about to say. What's happening here, because you got to look at your entire spread. What's happening here is that you are coming out of something that you may have been holding on to. All right. Maybe really pay attention now with a sire. You're getting all these little winks. There's something here where you are coming out of it, okay? So if there was something that happened and you're like, you're holding on to that energy, not anymore. This is saying, I've had that moment. I've had that moment of clarity. I feel that passion, that power. I'm not going to, and I know there's something better for me. So it's just a big sign from the universe saying, this is the best thing for you. All right. Now, the other thing is, yes, there is likely someone in your life, maybe a partner in some capacity, career, home, work, whatever. Okay. Love. Likely they're in a position right now where you did something to them that was like, you broke up with them, or you quit your job and your boss was like, no, you're the best employee. Like what? So that still has an impact on you. Like we're humans, right? We're built with a range of emotions to feel them all. Okay. So that's the other thing. Okay. So there just may be someone who, remember when I said that South Node Mars is going to be on the South Node opposite Saturn. That could be something here where it's like, okay, you can't keep calling me. You can't keep, do you know what I mean? Like, this is it. Okay, I got to make room for this amazing new stuff happening. Now, you do have the 9 of Wands in your crown. Good. Okay, good. This is standing firm. This is saying, nope. This is perseverance. This is saying, okay, listen, I've weathered some storm here. All right. But I'm not backing down. Not backing down. Okay. Tapping into my inner Chumbawamba. Nope. Nothing's going to knock me down now. All right. So that's great. You got the Page of Pentacles, root of your spread. There you go. You got something brand new happening. Something brand new. All right. You feel it in your gut too. Cups, intuition. You know something's better for you. You know there's something new that's happening here. And Page of Pentacles is he's the biggest student in tarot. So there's something here. Pages, new, right? Bringing that fresh new energy, turning a page, right? That you're excited to get your hands on, to turn into something big, okay? Something great. Something in your physical world, money, new business, new job, even a relationship. Remember, Pentacles are your physical reality. Yeah. So wonderful. And it could be a phase too, a certain phase. There could have been something that was like, right? That had that emotional impact. But now it's like, okay, there was like, we not seeing eye to eye, but now like, okay, all Venus and Mercury retrograde. Now let's chat. And now we're moving forward again. So Everyone's different. All Scorpios are different. You got judgment in your future, though. That's absolutely amazing. So that is having this epic spiritual awakening. Okay? Really nice. Knowing what you want. This is 1000% healing. You have an archangel in your future. Okay? So you're protected. You're guided. You know what you want. You've heard the blow of the trumpet. All right? What is that? That's sound, first of all. Okay? What is sound? It's frequency, right? It's healing, vibrating at a high frequency to the point it's waking the dead. So absolutely amazing. So this is that big wake up call. This is that big, I know what I want. I know I'm moving in the right direction. This is absolutely amazing. And this is attributed to Pluto. Okay, again, your modern ruler. So there may be a lot of things here with family and home. Okay, just FYI for a lot of y'all, but this is you and your awakening in terms of I see everything that I want. I'm gonna go for it. I feel alive. Let's get to let's get to your staff, Scorpio. Scorpio, y'all. Oh my goodness. Y'all, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me, Scorpio, what's going on with y'all? What's going on? Let's tell me what's going on. You got a lot of stuff happening with money, love, partnerships, career, everything. All right. Your everyday activities is, remember that new moon solar eclipse was in your 6th house of your everyday activities and routines. Things are changing. Okay. You're entering this brand new era. All right. And you know I love y'all. All right. So there you go. Okay. Yeah. You're actually really good. You're actually, wow. Okay. I'm going to give you a mic drop. Good for you. Look at you. This is not giving up. This is healing. This is being inspired, excited for this new thing. You have this huge moment of clarity. Look at the direction. Look at the progression. Going from the 3 swords to all of this. Yeah, this is going to be, well, you got the Hierophant, first of all. Yeah, he's the divine, right? This is, very big spiritual leader. That's what Neptune and Aries is anyway, right? So wonderful. And this is you just feeling that energy, right? You have that, but this is just, you want it though. It's that divinity inside you, right? That's what makes you human. We're in the triple crown here. He's between the 2 columns. The gray column's gray, and tarot is wisdom, by the way. You see them, right? So you're becoming a lot wiser. Like I said in the very beginning, you see that here, where you're the leader, where you're becoming that authority. So I really absolutely love this for you, especially in a partnership or a relationship. And you've got the world. Who does that? Who gets that? Who gets judgment? Card 20, the world, right next to it. Card 21, end of the major arcana. You got that major wake up, like, I feel alive. I love, like, spiritual awakening. The world in your external factors area, your world is changing. Okay? So it's great because you have this big moment of clarity to change the world. And everything is, look how, you got the dancing figure here, dancing for a reason. You come to the end of the major arcana, the end of your journey, moving into this brand. Look, what comes after this? Look at the wreath, by the way. Yeah? Shaped as a 0. It's the Fool, card 0. You're on a new, you're moving into this brand new, and remember, okay. And by the way, you're here. 4 fixed signs, okay? That's stability. I told you Saturn's going to be, and this card is actually attributed to Saturn, by the way. So yeah, there's something here that your life is changing, your world is changing. Celebrate. I mean, you're moving into this new direction. You got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay, so you see, you got the pair. Let's start with the Queen of Wands. This, where she falls in your staff, it's just saying, that's what I want. I just want to be able to get what I want, attract what I want, be that person that is confident, regal, sitting here. She can get whatever she wants, okay? Anything that she wants. And then you've got, and she's very charismatic. People gravitate toward her. And then you've got the King of Wands, who's more public facing, right? And he's in your final outcome. This is you, okay? So this is what you're moving toward. This is it. He's not only the entrepreneur, she is too, big entrepreneur as well. It's epitome of fire. There's a King of Wands, right? Really fiery energy. What is fire? It's passion. It's that passion. That's wands. Your passions, all right? You're getting all of it. What I say about like becoming that leader, that authority. There you go. Leadership. I mean, this is the King of Wands. Very transformative energy too. Hugely, hugely. All right. So it does seem like there's something here that you're going to be recognized for in this big way. You get this powerful. Look at all that. Look at all that. That's what all this. Yeah. Okay. So you look at again. If you look at the progression, you're going from all these pip cards to all these like court major arcana, like big, huge. This is gonna be big 2 weeks for you, but you got a lot to look forward to. Okay, you just have to take that. You just have to move forward. Okay, now, and you will. All right, remember North Node, very activated, destiny, all of that. All right, so I love this. Okay, you're really great here. Scorpio, I cannot believe you. Okay, so listen, where am I? Mercury retrograde. Oh, yeah. Second spread. Okay. Yeah. We'll go over. There's some really strong lunations. I'm going to tell you the second luckiest day of the entire month happens, and actually the third too. I'm going to tell you one day not to sign contracts. Anyway, tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. And we'll obviously talk about Juno and pull a lot more cards. But anyway, Scorpio, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Next week, we will jump into a lot more aspects. Thankfully, they're we'll talk about it next week. All right. You're good. You're absolutely good. I'm very excited for you. If there's one thing, you're good. All right. Thanks so much, Scorpio. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.